cans into liquid assets and dreams into reality isn't easy, but it can be done and has been done by the determined woman to whom Bob McNamara is about to introduce us.
Hi, Lisa. Oh, boy.
It was the biggest day of Maisie DeVore's life. The high school band and her little hometown of Eskridge, Kansas, honoring this 82-year-old's one-woman crusade. And even those who once called her Crazy Maisie were there to open the town's new swimming pool.
Are you ready to swim?
It was Maisie DeVore's 30-year-long dream.
Maisie hasn't seen this sign, so we'd like to show it to her right now. Maisie, it's right behind you, honey. It says Maisie's Community Swimming Pool, made possible by Maisie DeVore.
Was it worth 30 years, day in, day out?
I knew it could be done. It just took a lot longer for this.
It was the kids in Eskridge that inspired Maisie's drive for a pool.
This is all they've got, it's a ball program. That's the only thing they've got for kids. And every kid isn't ball-minded. They don't want to play ball. But there's not very many that don't like to swim.
And so it began. The day Maisie DeVore discovered there was cash in aluminum cans, she launched her mission to start saving for a pool.
Nope. Firemen haven't had a meeting.
If she wasn't combing the town streets for cans,
There you go.
Got it.
she and her rickety old pickup were scouring every back road in the county.
Oh, boy. I'll have to get some new wipers.
Rain or shine.
As long as it runs, I'll keep driving it.
Every trash bin was on her radar.
There.
Got it?
Yep, got it.
And farmers like Peggy Miller gave her cans.
You can't keep her down. She's always doing something. You know, she's a woman that's, well, she's raised 4 kids, been through 2 husbands. So she's just a hard-working country woman. That's all there is to it. Yep. I'm proud of her for doing it, because it hasn't been easy.
I caught my finger in there before and lost a fingernail, so I don't stick it in there too much.
But the harder Maisie worked over the years, the more her daughter Marilyn worried.
It just kept on, and some days she'll come here for lunch. You know, she's so exhausted she can hardly eat. And then, no, I gotta go, and we gotta mush more cans.
Did your kids ever try to discourage you from picking up cans?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Marilyn was on me all the time.
What'd she say?
Mom, you're never going to get that swimming pool. You might just as well quit that. Yeah, they told me that. But I don't go down and tell them what to do.
For some people, it was sad, seeing a woman chasing what they saw as a hopeless dream.
They've always made fun of me at Eskridge, but I really don't care. Doesn't make that much difference to me.
I can remember when Rod and I first started dating. That was probably about 10 or 11 years ago, and he had told me about his grandma.
Ladine Allen married Maisie's grandson and was as skeptical as everybody else.
Tell Big Grandma bye.
Bye.
I never came right out and told her I thought she was nuts, but I said, you know, Maisie, are you going to be okay with this if it doesn't happen? It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
How about there's nobody home?
It must have gotten discouraging.
I don't think there is.
10, 15
Oh, I don't
years
know.
ago.
I'm not a person that gets downbeat very often. You can let anything get you down if you want to. I think it's just your own attitude. If you think you can do it, usually one way or another you can get it done. And if you think you can't do it, you won't do it.
Are you stubborn?
I guess, or I wouldn't have got this far. I never had things easy when I was a kid, and I guess if I set my mind on something, I'll just keep plugging away till I get it done.
If you look at Maisie's pool fund bank account records over the last 3 decades, you get an idea of how can by can, the nickels and dimes and dollars at a time added up to more than 6 million cans collected, 90 tons worth, and put more than $83,000 in the bank. And on the days she wasn't collecting or shipping another load to the recycling center, Maisie crocheted afghans and made quilts to raffle off.
But all this pile here is extruded aluminum. That's the highest price.
She collected and sold scrap metal.
And that's aluminum. This one's copper.
Or she poked through the bushes, picking wild berries to sell as homemade jams and jellies to grow the pool fund even bigger.
Every $100 helps. 10 of those and you got 1,000.
Wow. You've had a busy week.
After raising a total of $100,000, and the state of Kansas added a $73,000 grant, the pool's construction finally began before Maisie's eyes, just across the street from her own home.
Oh, see, you're starting the tile.
Her dream was coming to life.
I just really couldn't comprehend that it actually was going to come to pass. Even though you thought it was, it still gives you a funny feeling. I got a long ways to go to put tile all the way around that.
People call her Amazing Maisie, and there's a real truth to it. For 30 years, she kept a dream alive, and she not only kept the dream alive, she kept her heart and her tenderness and her love for people alive.
Ladine Allen.
I'm glad that everybody did finally come around and support her. But I think when we can get her over to that pool and get her in that pool, that's going to be a big thing for her family and the rest of us.
Well, congratulations.
Well, I really am so happy.
Is it okay for the kids to come in?
It feels good.
It feels good today.
What do you suppose the most satisfaction is that you've gotten out of this?
Well, I think the most satisfaction is I'll get to watch kids swim, have fun. They said the noise will bother you. I said the noise won't bother me one bit. I don't care how much they holler.
Ahead, out of the swimming pool, into the frog pond.